Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. My name is Jade, and this is How to App on iOS. And today we'll be taking a look at the brand new app from Cem Olcay. It is
BrainBud. No, it's not. It's BounceBud.
Man, I've got BrainBud on my brain today because there's so many buds. It's BounceBud we're looking at today, and it's wicked. Oh, and here we are. Hello, welcome to the show. I'm Jade. Get it together, man. I didn't get much sleep last night. It is what it is. Some nights, you bomb and you go to sleep and everything's cool, and some nights you toss and turn. And last night was one of them for me. So my brain is a little bit today. I hope you're all doing good. Hello to our Wart Warriors. If you're a Wart Warrior, you can become a Wart Warrior by clicking the join button down below, clicking the link that's in the description. And it's $1 a month. Douche. There we go. Let's say hello to folks who are here with us early. Jim, Shannon, yeah, it's going to be a Bud Fest today. It's going to be a Bud Fest. Chad Freeman, Thomas Christ, what's going on? Greg O'Sullivan, hello, dee-doo. What is happening? We are doing a Bud Fest today, and let me just do this. Click all the right buttons. Yes, so today we're looking at BounceBud by Cem Olcay, and it's a ripper. I really like this app. I like Cem's apps heaps because they're just great for ideas, great for creating stuff that you wouldn't think of because they're generative stuff. And they hold their key, and they hold their scales, and they just always work really good. Hello, Audible Video. Nice spanner, Audible Video. Look at that. You're a protected species now. So let's welcome Audible Video to the moderator team. Boom. Awesome. Let's cover a couple of things. So, it is Songtember. How's your Songtember song going? Going okay? Yeah, is it all happening? Are you getting close to finishing? Have you already finished? Leela just did her show over on Rise of Dark Leela, and it looks like she's finished her song. I mastered it on the weekend and then got a message from her at midnight. No, it was at 2 a.m. I got a message from her last night. I found a problem with my song. Can you master this? There's no rush, but I really need it out before, Thomas's show this week. And I got out of bed because I was struggling to sleep, and I remastered it for her because I wanted to have content today on her show as well. So that's all mastered. I mastered Jamie Mellander's Songtember song last night as well. So people are finishing their songs. That's really good to hear that people are wrapping up their Songtember songs. Mine's still in limbo. Well, it's not in limbo. It's getting there. It should be finished this weekend. No, I'm not showing you the rest of the process because I need some space from you guys. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me. I just need some space. Yeah? And there's Cold Acre, who's just joined. He's today's featured artist on the show. Yes, and that is true too. You can get your song. Comments aren't working again. There they are. Morning, everyone. That's 10 minutes late, that comment from my little comments thing. See if I can bring up Thomas. There we go. Boom. Done. Yes. So you can join the Patreon, get your song mastered for Songtember. It's only going to cost you $1 for the month. Hello, Pookie. What is happening? Good to see you. There's Cem. Welcome to the show, Cem. Thanks for joining us. It's a wicked app. All right, let me cover one more thing because, talking about Songtember, my song's close. It's close. It should be done by this week. And then next week, guys, you're going to be joining me for the process of shooting my video clip. And let me tell you, do I have big plans for my video clip? If you thought the Metheus clip was wild, this one's going to be really outrageous. So I have a whole bunch of new masks and characters for this thing. So let me show you the first one. Here's the first one here. This is one of the characters that's going to be in my clips. And then there's this one here, which I picked up yesterday. So that's one of the other cool masks that I have with a cloak and stuff. And so that's that. And then this one is awesome. This one's cool. Look at that one. How demented is that one? Oh, very excited about this one. So that's one of the other characters. And this, to wrap up, the lead star of the show. And most of you know that I have this really bad blood condition. It's a really rare blood condition where I can't clot blood and I get blood noses that can last sometimes for 4 hours. I had one of those yesterday, a 2-hour blood nose, and I know this is going to make you sick, but I'm collecting my own blood, and it's in the fridge because it doesn't clot. I don't have platelets in my blood. So I have about a cup of my own blood, and during the clip, I will be pouring it all over these masks. But let me show you the final costume, the lead star of the show is Art the Clown. And I got this yesterday, and look how good this costume is, man. Art the Clown. So if you've ever seen the film Terrifier 1 and 2, it looks good, man. It is the full Art the Clown Terrifier costume. I'm using real blood, man. Authenticity. So art, and I've cut the mouth too, so the teeth move with my mouth when I'm singing. So it's going to be really cool anyway. Anyway, we've covered that. Let's oge over to where we need to get to today, because we're going to boot over to the Beat community, where you should save this website to your favorites, because every day you get updates on new apps, iOS software, desktop, samples, expansions. And what do we got here? Continuum by Quantivox has now got a public beta if you would like to join. Backpack Studio is on offer. I haven't done a show on that yet. Audio Thing dropped mini bit today, something I've been on a beta for a couple of weeks. We'll be looking at that soon. What else do we have? Oh, yeah. We've got stuff. Oh, yeah, we got this thing here. Cem Olcay releases BounceBud, which is what we're looking at today. So let's oge. Any price drops? Haven't checked. Nothing's really changed from yesterday. So nothing's really changed. Let's just bounce straight over here, because I've only got a short period of time today. BounceBud. It's a physics-based MIDI sequencer, and it is $4.99. Absolutely cheap, worth your time. Hey, Ed B. Metal, what's going on? All of Cem's apps are wicked, and it just, the more new ones that come out, this one's one of my favorites for sure. The more that come out, I see how all the other ones tie into each other. So that's how I fucked up today and said BrainBud, because I got BrainBud on my mind, because BrainBud can control all this stuff and it works really well with all this. So good stuff. Third person productions. Hello to you. All right. It's $5, sorry. It's a bargain. Let's open up a project. I've got a couple of projects, and we'll hear it in action, shall we? Let me bring up AUM, and then we'll show you how it all works. It's really easy to use. Nothing that's going to hurt your brain. Okay, let's mute me and play this project. Pretty cool stuff, huh? Atmospheric, wonderful for this kind of stuff. I love the rectangles. They're one of my favorite bits. Being able to shoot them off with a keyboard and just bang. Pew, 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 pew. It's very cool. All right, we'll close this one down, this little project here. Just make sure I save it and we're all good. Yes, save. Because I've got another one and I want to show you. So in this project here, we had BounceBud just by itself, just controlling 4 different instruments. So I'm going to open up this other one here, which is a little bit more complicated. Hopefully it's here. There it is, BounceBud demo. So you'll notice to the side with this one, we've got a few more buds happening. And straight away the balls go, off they go. But we've got a few more buds here. Now, if you're not familiar with Cem's apps, he makes this bud series of apps. And they're all kind of generative in some sort of way, but they're all very creative and different in the way they generate chords or individual notes, or you can get them to control each other. Like this bottom one down here is called BrainBud. And this one I have connected to all of these, and it sends out a key and scale to all the others. So all these will be in the same key and scale. So everything matches. And it's not hard to set up, but I mean, if I show you the setup, it looks complicated. Looks complicated, but it's not. It really isn't complicated. So let's play this. I'll shut up and this is more of a chimey kind of thing we got going on. So I'll shut up and play this, and you'll see how I won't be playing the keys this time to introduce the little bats that come in. Let's do this. All right, so it's pretty sick. I'm sure I can see you're all loving it. Hi, have I missed anyone in the chat? Hi, Leela, great show. Congrats on releasing your music. I think I've got everyone. Right, so you can hear it's wonderful. It's really cool. Now we've got, oh my God, it's Inception now. We've got balls on the screen here. It's a crazy ball day, isn't it? So essentially what is happening here is we've got BrainBud down to the bottom here, which is controlling the key. So you can see we've got a Mixolydian augmented A flat going into SnakeBud, and this SnakeBud is controlling these bats that are coming out. And we've also got a Melody Bud, which is controlling bats as well. Yeah? So I'm not having to press any keys. This is randomly sending these little bats to to bounce the balls around. So completely randomized. It's so much fun. And then we have, of course, BounceBud, which is doing everything. So let me shut down this project and let's build something from the beginning and show you how it works. We'll clear this out. Goodbye to you. Thanks for your service. And so first, we're going to need to create a Midi channel here on the side, which is where we put in our generative apps or like things that automate, like Scalar. This thing just, when you add an app in this section, in the Midi section in AUM or in Logic, it only creates Midi notes. That's all it does. It makes Midi notes and then sends them to instruments. So over here now, we're going to need to make some instruments. And these are audio channels. Boom. We've got 4 ready to go. So let's firstly just go in and we'll add a BounceBud. And there we have it. So to kick off, I don't know, let's put in maybe a piano tech and some guitar or something. Just some cool guitar notes. It's a classical guitar. We'll throw like a nice effect on it, like an Altezza. And to connect this up, like with anything that you load up in the generative kind of Midi section over here, you've got 4 options here. So you've got top, bottom, left, and right. So let's open this up and show you what that means. So if you look at this full screen, you've got 4 keyboards. And here's your top keyboard. So this is your top, your right, your bottom, and left. So you can assign all 4 of these areas to different instruments. So every time a ball hits here, it's going to play a different sound to when it hits up here. Yeah? So that's essentially what we're going to set up first. So let's do that. We'll connect this, the top one, to this piano tech. Now, you're not going to hear any sounds until you hit play up the top here. So you can see the... just shrink this for now. So you can see the balls are already hitting the top, but they're not making any sound. So if we hit play in the transport, we should start hearing some sounds when it... Beautiful. And the amazing thing is about all Cem's apps, this is in a key and it's all nice. It's all going to play nice chords that don't sound shitty. Yeah? That's why we love these apps. So straight off the bat, let's turn that down. Now, you'll notice when I change the size of this, the balls reset. Let's move this up in the top corner. Now, if I start dragging the size of this, you'll see now we've got a much bigger space for the balls to bounce around in. Then if I make it even bigger, we've got all this space. So the larger the space and less balls, you're going to get some really nice atmospheric stuff that's nicely paced. But then see, if I bring this in now really small, and you can take it right into here, they've got nowhere to go. So they're just bumping into each other. I know there's going to be a lot of ball jokes today. Hi, Pete. I didn't think it would be you who'd be first, Pete. Now remember, only the top keyboard's being struck here. So now I could go in and, for example, we could go in here and I could make all of these go to the piano tech. And so they'll all play. Each 4 sides will be playing strings. Yeah? So you can do that. You don't have to split it up into individual instruments. Beautiful. But we want to make it a little bit more interesting. So we'll turn all these off. And we'll introduce like a bass or something, yeah? So let's do like a do a search for a bass app. King of Bass. We'll do King of Bass. And we'll send this to the bottom. So now, there's our bass. Let's add like a shimmer verb. And we'll solo this till we find a cool bass sound. There we go, that's kind of cool. Let's unsolo it. Bring down the level a bit. Okay, so now that we've got two things going on, let's add another. Let's do... We'll add a spell doser. We'll get some little bells in there on the left-hand side. There we go. I'm not entirely happy with that bass. Well, that's kind of low. That sub's better. So now we've got Spell Doser in there as well. Hello, Russ. And if I've missed anyone else in the chat. So we'll add something a little bit more weird in the last one. We'll add an Animoog. To the right side, this is going now. So over here. Let's solo this so we can hear what we're doing. Well, oh, it's like a really low kind of rumble. I'm going to introduce some more balls. Look at all the balls now. And then we'll show you how to do that. That's cool. Okay, and we're off. It's just going to do its thing now. All right, let's make it full screen. And we'll show you the rest of the controls. So, down here you've got ball count, and this goes up to 100. So you can turn it up, and bang. As soon as you do it, all the balls explode from the center. And they're off. We can reel them in, and as you pull back, you'll notice they all just vanish. You've got speed, so we're currently set to 4. You can turn it up. Let's go and get crazy. Which I think would be much better with way less balls. And we can make them bigger. So we've got big balls. And you also notice that they're not colliding with each other. They're kind of going through each other. We can change that. Let's slow down this. So let's have a look at the settings. Here's where it gets fun. So you can change your scale in here. Change your selected key. We can go to an F. F sharp. And look, like always, so many different scales. It's just ridiculous. We'll go a Mongolian. And all the notes change around the side. So they're all going to play within that scale. Hi, Princess LDG. Down below here, you can change this little button here. So collision with other balls. If I turn this on, now the balls will start bouncing off each other. Increasing the randomness. And you'll notice when I change that scale, these are all black notes. Yeah, so this particular scale is all in black notes. So we've lost all our white notes down the side. So if we go back in here, change the scale from Mongolian to like a melodic minor, all our white notes and black notes have come back in. What you can also do, once you choose a scale, if we scroll down, you can go in here and you can remove notes from the scale. So if you don't want these, you can start removing notes that you actually don't want in the scale. And that'll update now. And now you've got less notes, but still in that scale. So that's pretty cool. And it tells you how many notes are left operating. Good stuff. All right, let's get to, you can change the size variety of the balls. So if we crank this up, just hold down and then we change our size. You can change the speed variety as well. Go in and fuck around with this. So when you change your size, you're going to get, everything's not the same. And the same with the speed. See, now when I've turned up the speed, some are running at a different pace and some are running really fast. So it's so customizable. It's just so clever. One of my favorite bits, you have color themes, and Cem, you're awesome, my friend. You've got this bud theme, and this changes the color of the balls. But check this out. How inclusive is Cem, huh? We've got a pride colors, even this, bless your heart, Cem, a trans pride color scheme. Damn, man. You are awesome. You are awesome, Cem. That's just wicked. Not seen anyone do something like that in a game ever. And I call it a game. It's not even a game. It feels like a game. But trans pride included in there. Really good. Christmas balls, Halloween balls, red, blue, green balls. I know the joke. Blue balls. Okay. There's so many jokes. Oh dear. I'm going to go back to our trans pride balls. See how now that I've changed the variety of speed, when I add more balls, they all come in at different speeds and different sizes. Really wicked. Of course, Princess wishes there was something for cats. Can you include an update, Cem, for Princess? She loves cats. I mean, she really, really loves cats. It's creepy how much she loves cats. Right. Let's change the size of these. All right, so I guess you're wondering also, how do we make the little bats fly up? I forget what the mode's called. I forget what it's called for some reason. But how do we do that? So I'll show you the first way. First way is you can connect a keyboard. Go to MIDI inputs. I'm going to connect my Arturia. So we have this section here called keyboard settings. Keyboard settings, yeah? And you'll see across here we've got the top, bottom, left, and right. So this is the place where you sort out your bats, how they're going to work. And you'll notice this one here let me just scroll. Give me a chance. So on the bottom, our MIDI input channel. See down here we've got MIDI in channel. Top is set to 2, bottom set to 1, left is set to 3, and right is set to 4. Now because the bottom is set to MIDI input channel 1, now when I hit my keyboard, I can shoot the bats into the screen to cause trouble and mess around with the balls. Now you'll notice some keys I hit won't do anything because they're not active currently in the scale, like this one. So only the keys that are active in the scale will allow you to create a paddle or to interact with the balls. So hopefully you see where I'm going to be going with this, because with Cem's apps, they're all generative. So you can connect something like a SnakeBud to randomly send notes for the rest of the bats, yeah? And I'll show you, we'll get this done. Let's add in some things. So I'm going to add at the bottom of this a BrainBud. And this will help us control the overall scale of everything that we're adding here, yeah? This will take over everything. And in here, I'm going to just add a SnakeBud. In here, we'll do, what about text sequencer? So now we need to connect all these things up. Yeah, so we're going to need to connect the BrainBud to here, this to this, this to this, and this to this. They're all going to need to connect to here. I'll show you how to do that. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do it via, you know, going in here, or we can use our MIDI routing. So I know this is going to all look very confusing. It is what it is. So firstly, we want our BrainBud, the BrainBud, to go to our BounceBud. There we go. So our BrainBud is going to our BounceBud. We also want our BrainBud to go to SnakeBud and text sequencer. So now they're all going. BrainBud is sending messages which will control the overall scale and note to all three of these. So that now to show you that, if I go into BrainBud here and we'll choose a random key. Did you see it change? And a random scale. So random key, random scale. So I'm using BrainBud to manipulate this, and this is changing as well. So now you can see Hungarian, major B. All at one touch. We'll do a randomize again. Yoink, yoink, yoink. Now you'll notice here in this SnakeBud, it didn't update here. But as soon as I close this and open it again, there you go, Lydian B3A. Wicked. So you're following along so far? All right, next we're going to connect this SnakeBud. Let's go back over to our routing. We need to connect our SnakeBud, and it's here. There are two. See here with SnakeBud, I'll zoom in. You've got SnakeBud CC out, and you've got SnakeBud out. We want the out. We don't want the CC out. So we're going to take this, and we're going to send this to BounceBud. And then we're going to take TextQuincer here and send this to BounceBud. So we should all be connected now. And look at that. It's already sending all these bats out. But there's too many. We don't want that many. Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Which one's going? I think is it TextQuincer? All right, we can slow this down too. So TextQuincer's going to 1. Right, that's... Whoa, whoa, whoa. We're going crazy. Let's just stop it. And now let me help you understand how to get these to go to the right place, how to get these bats going to the right place. So we want our SnakeBud, we want this to go to shoot stuff out from the right. Yeah, that's what we want it to do. So we want it to shoot stuff out from the right here. Let's open up a SnakeBud. And so we want to send our MIDI channel out to, let's just check what it is in here. I can't remember what it is. What is the right? Right, we're going to send to MIDI channel 4. All right. So now we're over here in SnakeBud. We're going to turn this to 4. And hopefully it should have already started if we hit play. Yeah, there we go. So now we've got these bats being sent from TextQuincer. And now we can go into SnakeBud and we can change the settings in here. Or did I already? No, we've got SnakeBud sending from the right, TextQuincer's I'm all over the place. But, so that's MIDI channel 4 out. What have I done? I've got them both going to one place. Close. Settings. Out. Let's put this to 3. And now we've got SnakeBud sending notes from the left. TextQuincer's sending bats up from the bottom, I think. And I can add notes if I want from my keyboard. Let's move this to... it's just madness. It's so much fun. Oh, this is set to 1. That's why. Let's go to 3. Oops, we want to go there. So now we've got one's coming from the top, and when I hit my keyboard, I can send them from the bottom. So now they're coming from everywhere. Look at that. So essentially, TextQuincer's sending them from the top, SnakeBud's sending them from the left, and my keyboard's sending them from the bottom. And let's add some more balls. If you don't think this app is cool, I don't know what's wrong with you. You need to commit yourself into a home or something. Thank you, Princess, for the kind super chat. You know I have made it crash. I've made it crash big time. But I haven't since Cem's updated it. Cem, there was a problem with too many bats was causing absolute mayhem. I think he's set a bat limit to it now. I keep calling him bats. It's probably not even what they're called. I think they're called something else. Hey, Tremor Bear. See you later, Princess. And again, I can go into BrainBud and completely randomize the key. And now look, we're in a completely different key. So let's cover some of the other settings in here as well. So looking at these, the top, bottom, left, and right, you also have, so you'll see as I change these, the options change down below. So we can change the note length. I can go in here and we can fully change the note length, like half here. The next one we can go like an eighth. I mean, you can get super creative and create some batshit crazy stuff. You can also change the octave with each one. So I could make the bottom one only go between an octave 1 and 2. We can take the left up to 4 and 5. So essentially meaning each keyboard has a different range. See, now one's a lot higher. And you can go in here and change the velocity of each of them. So you can have a minimum and maximum velocity for each of the 4 keyboards. Yeah, shooting blocks is limited to 10 at once. So no more crashes. Yeah. When I first found out how to do it, I think I sent like 40 of them and it just went. It died. But somebody had already pointed it out before I got to send a report. So yeah, these are your MIDI channels out. So this is how you decide where to send. So all good. We just covered that. Collision detection. We've covered all of it. Your knob style, you can change your knob style if you want. And if you get lost, there we go. We had a crash. How did that work? Oh, because when you open the tutorial, it opens a... I forgot it does that. Let's stop this. When you open the tutorial, I think it opens in a... So it works standalone as well. So here's the little tutorial you get. Oh, tutorial's crashing. I don't know. I didn't know that happened. So there we go. Is that new? I haven't had that happen before. Let me tell you this too. I don't know why that's going on. Could be because I have all this open. I don't know. Let me show you this too before I get lost and forget. We're on my Mac now, and look, if you buy it on iOS, you get it on your Mac as well. Pretty damn good. Yes, please. Thank you. So there it is on running on my Mac beautifully. Not a problem. So it is M1 and M2 certified. Yeah. You know, it's funny, isn't it, Cem? Because you read the manual, the help thing once, and you work out how to use it, and then I didn't need to read it again. So it's not like I've ever opened it again. So there you go. So yes, it's working on Mac. So M1, M2 Macs, completely compatible. But as you'll see here, it's playing, but there's no sound because I don't have the play option down. Let's randomize the key again. Beautiful stuff. All right. What else I have to cover? Like with all of Cem's apps, you can set patterns down here as well too. So let me show you that. And you can assign it to your keyboard. So we'll stop this so there's no sounds. So see how we've got all this set here. Ball count 11, 53, 39. If I hold down on here, I get to copy this and then paste it over here. And now with this one, I can change it to a different speed, different size balls. And now if I flick between these, you can see we've got these different patterns. So here we are. Oh yeah, I forgot about that too. If you tap the balls, look at that. I forgot. Thanks for reminding me. Doink! If you tap them, you can shoot them off into random directions. So if one's getting a bit cheeky, like this one, it's just sitting there, you can chase it around. It is like playing a video game now. Let's show you. Yeah. Come on, get over there. It'd be cool if you could flick them. If you could flick them, would be wicked. I don't know, can you do that? Cem, is there any way to do that? Because you just got to poke them. That's what she said. But it'd be wicked if you just go and flick them. And yeah, now if I change the pattern here, you'll see all the balls come back. So all of Cem's apps have these patterns, and you can, and the the pattern changer is controlled by Midi CC10. So, and that's the same across all the apps here. See down here, I can copy this and paste it in here and hit randomize. I can do the same thing again, copy, paste, hit randomize, and now I have 3 different keys and scales I can implement at any time. And again, you can do that with SnakeBud, you can do that with all of them. Because they're all using the very same looking UI, which is very familiar. Yeah, I'd love to be able to flick them. That would be awesome. I have to say, if you could flick them, it'd be sick. I'm not putting pressure on you, Cem. It's a wicked app. It's really good. Let's take out the bats. So you can see I just removed these. Yes, an event of CC10 will change the next pattern, and you can change that, Leela, in all of Cem's apps. Let's slow this down a bit. And you can do that by changing the CC number here. So all of Cem's apps have a CC10 to change the pattern. So essentially, if they're all connected to a keyboard, you could just hit your CC10 and change all of them at the same time if they've all got patterns in there, which is wicked. I want to add some kind of really horror stuff in here. What can we add? Factory? Should we add a factory in here? Let's see what factory does. What can we find in a factory? Something really evolving? I forget which one is factory. Is it the top one? No? I'm not getting any sound for this. Why is that? Let's try a different sound. Maybe we could do a... We've got to get out of here. We've got to play our featured artist. Oh, I didn't have it connected, that's why. Dickhead. Yeah. Should we add a yeah. Anyway, I love it. It's wicked. What do you guys think? I think it's pretty damn sick. So that is BounceBud. $4.99. It's wicked, really beautiful for making super calm stuff and crazy stuff if you want. We'll shut this down quickly. So it does work in Logic as well. I had it open in Logic. Do I have a project? I quickly made one last night. I haven't worked out how to send it to multi-instruments, but I didn't really spend a lot of time doing that. But where are we? There we go. So the hard thing about it here is that Logic opens in a strange way. And to change the size, you got to open a side panel. So you kind of got to dick around with it. Let's add some more balls. So I've just got two versions of it running in each track. And you can see it's running here as a MIDI. And it works. So if I hit record, so if I go back here and hit record, you can record all of this in as well. Yeah? Awesome. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Cem, for letting me be on the beta as normal, getting me early access. And yeah, I can't praise it enough. It's wicked. It's $5. It's another Cem Olcay app that is sick. I don't know how he always comes up with really cool ideas, but this one is choice. It's really, really schmick. Today's featured artist is our friend Cold Acre. He's just dropped a brand new track called 1 in a Million. I'm going to play this because we're going to head off to Pete John straight after this. He's got a special edition of Your Music Live. So this is Cold Acre's a brand new track, 1 in a Million. Let's play this. Remember, do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better, and we'll all rise together. Tomorrow, we're looking at the update for Koala, which is a new mixer, and it's wicked. It's wicked. Let's do it. Let's Oge. See you tomorrow. Did I say the stuff? Do the things that make you happy. Mistakes make you better. We all will rise together. Boom.